Ah. 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 Hello. Can you hear me? Is the music too loud? Is it okay? By woman, no, I'm not. No. No, you're wrong. I don't care what you have to say. I'm always correct and you're always wrong. I make the rules. I make the rules. Boop. Boop. Alright. So, Owl House, am I right? I finished it. I finished the Owl House. You'll be very happy to hear. Voice. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, cool. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with the Owl House. I was incredibly underwhelmed. With how much people were hyping it for me, very underwhelming show. I'll be honest. It's good, but it's very underwhelming. Did you see that? Yeah, I decided to ignore it, Prussia. I decided to ignore it. Hello, lolbit. Hello, user with a bunch of numbers that I'm not gonna say because I can't be bothered. There weren't enough fight scenes between Big Burly made for her test. I mean, like, listen. Considering that the two fan arts I've done so far is Belos and then Philip and Caleb, you could see where my biases lie. I also just didn't really care for a lot of the characters. Not because they were badly written, just because of my personal preferences. It's not like because it was bad. I think it was fine. But like there was some stuff I just simply did not care about. And like I get that they were meant to be like establishing characters and establishing like dynamics, but I don't know, I just wanted to get right into the lore. I wanted to go like right into the lore for with like Belos and stuff like that. Like I just didn't care if Hunter wasn't involved, if Hunter or Belos weren't involved, or like Gus wasn't involved. I just simply did not care. Gus is my son, by the way. Gus is my baby boy, and he deserved so much more than what he got. I wanted, you know what I wanted? You know what I really missed? A whole scene of him having nightmares because he saw Belos's memories. Like, you're telling me the kid saw, 12-year-old boy saw all the shit that Belos has done and doesn't have nightmares? He's just like, later on, he's just like, oh yeah, by the way, Hunter, I always knew you were a Grimwalker ever since you know, I saw Belos's memories. Like, what? No, Luce and Hunter got glimpses into Belos's memory. As far as we're aware, Gus saw everything from Philip's point of view. He would have seen, like, him killing his own brother and all of that. Like, and no, we're not even gonna get a scene to do with that? Come on. Priorities. Apparently the Collector's like a fan favorite. I can't tell if the Collector's a fan favorite or not. I could not have cared less about the Collector. Literally could not have cared less. So, you know, I know what I'm about. Can you make an Owl House Next Gen audiobook? No, because I don't really care enough to do that. If anything, I'd want to do a deep dive into Philip and, like, his dynamic with, like, Caleb and stuff. I simply do not care about Next Gen at all. Luce and Amity, I'm sorry, I don't care about them. I care more about Willow. I care more about Steve. If I was to put, like, as per frickin' usual, the main characters are low, low, low on the list of characters I care about. As per frickin' usual. So, you know, maybe one day that'll be different, but not today. Anyway. Anyway, Our House, good show, but underwhelming and overhyped. In my opinion. Okay, so for this drawing today, I have shading to do, mainly shading. See, I know I should be like doing like rendering stuff, but I simply can't be bothered. I am not a render girly. I'm not a rendering girly, is what I'm learning about myself the more I draw. Some people love rendering. I'm like, I just want to get the main point across and move on with my life. Let me know if the music's too loud or something, by the way, chat. In fact, I've actually started 2 TV shows this summer. I'm on a roll. Music is fine? Neat. Which TV show have you started? About like cartoons or something, or about like live action? Hello, Fluffy Gecko. How are you? The Boys. One of the few whose first experience with the franchise was the comics, and Marvel's The Punisher. Ooh, Marvel's The Punisher is actually pretty good. I quite enjoyed that one. You know my emotions towards The Boys TV show. I could not care less for it. I actually despise it. It's too try hard and it's not fun. It's just really boring. But I really do love The Punishers. Apparently it wasn't massively popular. People don't like it, but I like it. I don't know how. I never really understand what the general opinion of things are. I just have my own opinions, and then that is my word is law. my opinion is the opinion is how I live my life, and anybody else who does not agree with my opinion has a right to their opinion, but they're also just wrong. I'd be a really good villain, is what I'm saying. I'm good. How are you, Grimmy? I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing very well. I went on holiday and I saw my parents, and that was very nice. Ding dong, your opinion is wrong. Splish splash, your opinion is trash. Pretty much. I like 2 brothers looking happy in the shadow with happens. Thank you. I love this sort of like tragedy. I love this. I just love doing these sort of like. I love trauma. Traumatized characters are my favorite characters, honestly. But a very specific type of traumatized character, not any just character of trauma, heart. No, I'm picky. Like a very thing, I'm picky. I'm picky and I have conditions, if you will. Oopsies. I really need to start Daredevil because I haven't seen the whole thing and I'd probably be helpful when it comes to the Punisher. Oh yeah, 100%. Because obviously Punisher first appeared in Daredevil. So I would highly recommend it. Also just because it's a really good Daredevil. It's so good. I love, I think his name's Charlie Cox, I think. The actor. I love his depiction of Matt Murdock. I still wish they'd done something to make him ginger, because, like, my Ginger King, I love my boy. But also, like, he does an amazing job, and it's really beautifully done. So, yeah, 100%. You should continue to... You should pick it up again if you want. I'm pretty sure one of my Distant cousins is actually a part of the Daredevil cast. I'm not gonna say who, of course. Yeah, no, don't worry. That's cool. I mean, some people have to be in the cast, right? So why not? Otherwise, we're not going to have a show, and that would be very sad. Ooh, that is much too dark. Again, too dark. No, it's... What? Make up your mind! Me yelling to the brush that I'm controlling to make up its mind. Okay. I don't know what it is about the Owl House fan art. It makes me actually want to try with my lighting. How many people here have watched the Owl House? At least what Philippa has, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know who else has. I'm assuming most people have, because I always get comments about it in my comment section. Hello, Mariart. Also, hello, hi. Also, because I want to talk about myself and I'm an egomaniac, feel free to ask me my opinions about various things and I'll probably make you sad. Because my opinion isn't what you want it to be. I don't know. Grimmy making people cry because she has the wrong opinion, and I enjoy the show incorrectly. Hello, Yati Sunclaura. You're obsessed with it? Well, good stream to come on to then, because I'm drawing it. I think I'll appreciate the Owl House for one thing. It is the first show that's made me want to actually put an effort with my lighting. Because normally I really do not like doing like textures and stuff like that, because I think it's really boring. But this is actually making me want to do it. Because drama. How do you feel about the ending of the show? So I'm aware that it was sort of cancelled mid-season 1, I think, because it didn't have enough views and enough time, and it suddenly became very popular after season 2, and after season 1 and in season 2, so it was like a whole that sort of thing. So I know that like they couldn't finish the ending the way they wanted to. I think they were meant to have 4 seasons, but they only got like 2.5. So keeping that in mind, one minute. One second. I don't know how much texture I want to put on that actually. I did prefer it dark though. Peppermint, thank you for the 28 months. So ending of the show definitely felt very, very rushed. Obviously, because they had like, what, 3 50-minute episodes, less than that, to finish the ending. So, you know, you can't really do much with that. I think, my humble opinion, I don't know, I wanted more of Belos and more of Caleb and more of that, and I simply did not care for the Collector. So the whole time we were focusing on the Collector instead of, like, you know, Belos and all of that, I was a bit like, boo. Go back, I want to see more Caleb. We've had like 15 seconds of Caleb, but I need more. So, what I feel about the ending of the show is a distinctive lack of Caleb, and I don't like that. And I understand, and the Collector is important to the story, obviously, but I simply did not care for him. I did not care for the Star Child at all. And I don't know if he's like a fan favorite or not. So, but I have my gripes with the Owl House, but it's just because of my personal preference. So, you know, I know what I like. And the show almost scratched my itch for what I wanted it to do. So now I'm making my own content again. As per usual, it almost did it for me. And so close, but not quite. Grimmy, what do you think about King's dad? I don't really care. The whole thing of like the Titan and all that, I literally could not care less. I really don't care. I like King, but like, King's dad and the whole like Titan thing, don't care. It was just, it didn't, I was too busy caring about Hunter and Belos and Caleb and Grimwalkers and all of that to really give a damn about the whole Titan stuff. So it was a bit like, whatever. I wanted more Caleb too. Yeah, I wanted more of a boy. I wanted more Hunter. I wanted, apparently in the scene where the Collector quote unquote splatters what's its face? Belos. Apparently, instead of squeaking, instead of squeaking, Hunter was supposed to be like, start saying something and then burst into tears. And like the squeak was really, really funny, but I would have preferred if he did squeak and burst into tears or something. I don't know. I would have preferred more emotion. I think that's what I'm gonna say. They managed to put in a lot to make a comprehensive ending for the show, but it felt very emotionless. And I was getting a little bit mad towards the end because when I first made my Bellas fan art, a lot of people were saying, oh, you're gonna start crying, blah, 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 blah. And I felt no emotion the whole way through. I was a bit like, oh, okay. Like, for example, when, like, Luz, quote-unquote, died, I was like, well, obviously she's not going to die. It's Disney, number 1. And I'm just kind of immune to character death, so I just simply do not care. Whatever the bits that piqued my interest the most was freaking Caleb Ghost and the Golden Guard ghosts. And when I saw him trying to possess the body of that Grimwalker, I was like, yes! He's gonna go and torment Hunter with this new form, and then he didn't. I was like, nah! I wanted Hunter to be face to face with his nightmares! Ah! I also wanted Gus to have more focus, considering he went into Bellas's mind. Anyway. But that's my personal preferences, you know? That's what I personally wanted, and it's not my story. But if I got the chance, I would do that. I haven't been that with The Collector because one of my favorite horror movies is called The Collector, so when I look it up, I need to specify The Collector horror. I wanted Caleb more Caleb too, and Evelyn. Yes, more Evelyn. More of the past. It's always the villain. I just wanted more of the villains. Anyway, King's dad kind of gave me the vibe of they didn't really put much care or effort into him and his story and just throwing him in. I wouldn't agree with that just because it's definitely of, oh yeah, I saw it coming sort of feel. Like, for example, the whole like, you seem like a good witch, and like all the I forgot what they're called, like the glyphs and everything, like Luz being able to pick up on them very quickly, but like Philip struggling, like taking years for him to like find the glyphs and stuff like that because the Titan didn't show it. Like all of that makes sense. It's not like it was like, and also like the Titan was always there, so it's like it's not like he was just sort of randomly thrown in out of nowhere. But I feel, how do I put it? All the puzzle pieces are there, and it was almost great, but it was just, again, I feel like, okay, I don't know. I haven't worked professionally in the animation industry, so I don't know how far into season 2 they were when they knew that things were going to be cancelled. But I feel like the moment they knew things were going to be cancelled, they should have considered rewriting how things in the story are going to go. So, yeah, I don't know. Because of how I am with story writing, I sort of, I don't know. I wish King's dad leaned more into him being an elder god-like being. No, I think he, for like what King is like, it makes sense for him to be the way he is, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like him being an elder god-like being wouldn't make sense because of how King comes across. But, I don't know. Oh yeah, true, I do agree with that. Maybe it was just me, but I felt like I was supposed to have a pull towards him, but like, I don't know, I just didn't feel pulled. I mean, yeah, no, I get that 100%. When he started appearing, like, you know, in the in-between realm, I was a bit like, I feel like they should have established King's dad already when Luce was stuck in the in-between thingy when she visited V and her mum. I feel like he should have been already established there instead of just sort of randomly thrown in at the end of season 2 and then hinted at the sort of the first episode, second episode of season 3. I don't know. Again, we have the power of hindsight. Dana and her team obviously don't, so that's very different. And again, I've never worked professionally in animation studio or anything, so I can't know, you know, how the progress of everything goes. If I could, I would give my professional insight, but I do not have that. I am a individual doing all the work on my own, so I don't know. I haven't yet worked in an environment where I have to lead people, so maybe one day I will. I'll be able to give proper insight on these sort of things, and then maybe I can be like, I'm smarter than all of you, or I could just be like, I'm stupid. I don't know. Because I don't work your job, your biggest fear is my criticism. Because I don't work your job, your biggest fear is my criticism of you. What? What do you mean? In the context of what I just said, what do you mean? Now I want to draw a fan art too. Do it! I feel like the criticism wouldn't be, I feel like that doesn't apply. Wait, I think I might have said, yeah, I think, because I was saying that because I don't do the job, I can't really give my opinion because I don't have the insight of how it all works. I feel like my criticism would be less feared because I don't have the experience. I'm only a freelancer. I really wish we got Hootie Law. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I'll be honest, I did not care for all the shipping stuff and all like the relationships. I find the relationships, the way that for example, to put it into perspective, the ship that had the least amount of like cutesy hootsy moments, Huntlow, is my favorite ship out of all the canon ones. All the other ones I was just kind of bored of the second they happened. Also just because like none of them were like characters I liked. So like for example, I don't really care for Rain, the Ida's partner. I don't know, I find Rain really boring. So I was kind of like, oh, Ida's ex, cool. And then apparently I sort of looked at people's reactions at the time. And people were like, oh my gosh, no, not this happening to Rain. I was like, we only just met them. Why do we care? I really do not care about this Rain person. I care more about Darius, if anything. You know, I don't know. I just had my personal preferences, and I would have loved more. I would have loved more Darius and Hunter. More of Darius than the predecessor. I wanted more Darius's whole story and like who the predecessor was and what he was to him. Like, obviously it was his mentor and everything. I don't know, I just wanted more. I wanted more of the Witch's Coven and the Emperor's Coven. I didn't, I wanted more of the not main characters. Also, hello, Miss Aether. Hunter and Willow was cute shit. The build-up was something I enjoyed for the series. Yeah, I really liked it too. Some people were saying that, I saw some people feeling that the Huntlow was like out of nowhere. I don't know, I thought it was the cutest out of them because it was kind of like Hunter's first crush sort of thing. Character development is pretty important to how I feel emotionally about a character. Seems like you're the same way. I don't know about development. I don't know if that's true because a lot of my favorite characters usually come from the vibe I get from them. So like, you know, I feel like Grimmijaggers doesn't really have much development, for example, from Bleach, and he's my favorite. Aizen as well from Bleach is one of my favorites, and he doesn't, I wouldn't say they have much development. I guess it's more what they do and how they go about things. For example, how do I explain it? What a character does in the moment now with the situation that they have is more interesting to me than their backstory. But when I like a character, I want to know their backstory, if that makes sense. So, for example, Okay, for example, I already liked Endeavor in season 2 because I'm weak for massive assholes, or like Sabretooth from Marvel Comics. But then the more I read their stories and the more they went along, the way the things they did intrigued me, of like the ways they went about it, and that made me want to know more about them. I mean, I thought it was a great way they made the ship grow. It was done at the pace that helped me latch onto it. It did not feel too rushed for me. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Huntlow is definitely one of it's one of those where it's like you see Hunter sort of, you know, you see, I love one of my favorite sort of little details about the show is that when Hunter blushes, his ears blush as well. I think that is so cute. I love that. Absolutely love that. So, and also that like technically Willow was like one of the first people to sort of treat Hunter normally. Obviously she didn't know he was a golden guard, but like I think she would have treated him normally regardless. And she was just like just really sweet with him and sort of like just genuinely praised him just very kindly. And I feel like that's just really cute. And also he calls her captain, and that's adorable, and they're just wholesome. Actually, bringing up Sabretooth is a good point. I also like him, not because of his backstory, but because he's the perfect agonist for Logan. Yes! That is too. I don't know. I think it depends on the character. Some characters I like them because of the development. But generally speaking, I always like a character. My favorite characters tend to be my favorites from the get-go because of how they go about things. For example, Grimjo arrives and kicks and almost kills Rukia and kicks Ichigo's ass. And then the only reason he doesn't murder Ichigo is because he got stopped by Torsen. And I'm just like, wow, I love him. my 11-year-old brain is like, oh my gosh, he's so cool. He just arrives and ruins everybody's lives and then just leaves. That's great. And that's where it started. Also, like one of my first favorite characters of all time is Ratigan from The Great Mass Detective. And I used to adore the Beast from Beauty and the Beast when I was little. I just like characters who are interesting because of how they act currently. Not because of their backstory, not because they're tragic, not because of their goals. How they act and how they interact with the world around them. That is fascinating to me. He opens up more. Yes, I do know Hunter does open a bit more around others, but I feel Willow helped Hunter be more himself and feel accepted too. Yeah, I would agree with that. For me, my precious little trio is Willow, Hunter, and Gus. I love this little silly trio. They are the sillies, and I love them dearly. And they are babies, and I will hear no slander of the three of them being the besties. If I went back to when Frank Castle first appeared as a villain for Spider-Man, I wouldn't care, but I do care because of the character development he eventually got, so I guess it depends. Is that character development, or is that just more depth? Because, like, Sabretooth's first appearance in Iron Fist was basically just, wow, he's a really dangerous serial killer, and then more content was added to him. Is that really character development, though? Because I feel like the characters don't really change much, generally speaking, in comics, but they get more stuff added to them, which gives them like a different perspective. Do you know Draconator and the Ursi Jasper, the previous GG? I do! I've been following Draconator for a while. I do like that content. I have seen it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I particularly care about that character Jasper, but I do like the animations of Jasper. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to make an OC for the Air House, because I feel it would just be a glorified self-insert again. So I'm still figuring that out. Because like if I had an OC, what the hell would I do with it? So I don't know. I would want to make a sort of like character that's parallel to Luz. Instead of like also another human that got stuck in the demon realm, but instead of being taken in by the Owl Lady, got taken in by Belos instead because he heard of a human floating around. He was like, mine. He was like, I'll be collecting this one. So a sort of like an evil Luz, basically. I don't know. I can't just be normal. I have to rewrite the entire story. I can't just have a goofy little background character who doesn't do anything. Somebody's spamming the hearts and it's making me laugh. Anywho. Now I very much do enjoy Draconator's animations of the character. My favorite one is there was only one of you until you set the world into where you gone. I like that one. That one's my favorite. Down to the bone. Also, maybe this is just sort of very harsh of me. I just didn't not care for Luz's character very much. Not because she's bad. Not because she's bad. Again, it's personal preference. But the whole, like... okay, again, maybe it's because I've never cared about being understood as a person. If anything, I don't know why. I just want to be an angsty bitch. So... I've never been like the whole like I just want to be understood. Like, no, I want to be misunderstood and mysterious. Even though I'm not. I'm none of those things. So when like the whole with like Luz's talisman and she's having the conversation with her mum and she's like, my one wish was to be understood, and then there's like the dramatic everything. I was a bit like, oh, is that it? Okay. Cool, I guess. I don't know. I was caring more about Willow and Gus and Hunter dealing with the whole plant growth thing and Hunter getting powers. I was more like, go little goofy trio, help each other. And I was like, I could not have cared less about. I also don't like String Bean very much. The snake shifter, I was a bit like, okay, sure. I feel like a snake on its own would have been cool enough because like Luz starts with a snake at the beginning of the show. I feel like her having just a regular snake would have been cooler. Like a really pretty, colorful snake would have been nicer than like a snake shifter. Personally, especially because they don't do anything with the snake shifting, and I guess that like if they had more seasons, they would have been able to do more with String Bean. But they didn't, so I feel like a regular snake would have been better. I don't know. Gus is such a sweetheart. One character I don't see people speak of often. I love Gus. I have a really soft spot for... I have a really soft spot for Gus, because I'm weak for kids of single dads. I am weak for those characters. I don't know why. If a kid's like, yeah, I was brought up by a single dad, I'm like, baby! Little guy! I don't know. I'm just weak for those. I like the idea of her arc, but it felt really surface level, and I wish they went more in depth. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like there's a lot of fluff. Fluffy gecko. There was a lot of sort of slice of lifey stuff that was happening in season 1 and 2, especially in season 1, which like has to happen, obviously. But I don't know. I never really got. Especially in the demon realm, I never really got the impression she was not understood, you know? I feel like the demon realm, she was more understood. Like some, like people were just like, you know, like for example, with like Amity. I don't know. I don't feel there was ever a point where Luz wasn't understood in the demon realm. It was only ever in the human realm. I guess maybe it was more specifically she just wanted to be understood by her mama, which that I understand very well. I kind of want to know who the two brothers mom and dad, seeing we don't talk about it. Well, it doesn't really matter because the parents died when they were very young, so it's kind of like they would, I guess especially Philip would have been too young to really have much attachment to his parents. Not in the sense he wouldn't have, but like considering Philip stepped up as the parent, it doesn't really matter. It would have been I feel like it would have been interesting if the parents were killed by people who are thought to be witches, so then it would have added more depth and more sort of like an early onset sort of reason for why Philip and Caleb might want to have become witch hunters, other than just because it's a good job to have and to fit in. Or like somebody had been accused of being a witch, was blamed for the parents' death or something like that. I think would have been interesting, like a misunderstanding, and Caleb knew it was a misunderstanding or didn't. I don't know. There's things they could have done, but I don't think their parents really matter in this case because that is dead and Caleb's the important one. That would make more sense. I mean, how Belos acted, it seems more than just normal hate. It felt like a grudge. Yeah, I mean, not just, also because like obviously he was brought up in sort of like puritanistic times, and obviously if you're brought up being told witches are bad, you're gonna sort of find it very difficult to change. Plus, in his mind, his brother was stolen by witches, so that in itself was enough. But I feel like the sort of like unwillingness to see his brother's happiness and sort of be like, well, my brother raised me and I would like to trust my brother, so if my brother's happy, maybe it's not so bad out here. I feel like it could have been like, our parents were killed by witches and you're gonna go marry a witch, what is wrong with you, you've been corrupted, blah blah blah. I felt like that would have added more reasoning, and that's my personal headcanon personally, but the parents were killed by people thought to be witches, or people who were witches somebody was accused of being a witch and blamed that. So I don't know. There's loads of, to be fair, considering how little information we have, it could be anything we wanted to be fair. So that's what I'm going with, personally. That's my personal headcanon, and nobody can tell me it doesn't make sense, because it makes a lot of sense, and it doesn't change the story. Headcanons that change the entire concept of the character are like the bane of my existence. This character is this nationality. That is literally impossible because of boom boom boom. It's just for fun. Yeah, but you're not having fun in the way I like it. That's why I don't interact with fandom, because I see fandom saying stuff and I'm like, boo. No. Oh, I think one of the cutest scenes in the end is when Willow and Hunter are looking for Willow's dads, and then like Hunter points them out and he's happy for her, and then Darius comes along and is like, hello baby boy, I am now your father. I have adopted thee. I'm gonna teach you how to sew properly. I also saw an animatic of I forgot his name, but of Ida's dad, sort of introducing Hunter to palisman carving, and I really like that, and it's canon in my heart. So there we go. Also, it makes sense. It's really cute that Hunter wants to learn how to carve wood and stuff like that, because obviously that's how Belos got his mask, is because Caleb carved wood and made his mask, and that's really cute. I love Hunter so much. I love Hunter so much. He's such a silly little guy. And I also adore Belos as a character. He's so good. And people are calling him like pure evil. I don't think that. He's just delusional evil, if anything. Because like he genuinely believes in what he's doing is the thing. He's not being like, yeah, I know I'm being an arsehole. He's like, no, he thinks he's in the right, which is scary. He's not pure evil. He just thinks he's in the right, which is dangerous. That's what makes him so scary. Also, he was raised to hate witches. It's really hard to change people's minds after a certain point. And if he believes that, you know, his brother who raised him, who he claims he tried to save his soul by killing him, you know, it's like, he's not pure evil. He's just delusional is what it is. I mean, that's even literally what King's dad said. Hunter and Luz being like brother and sister in season 3, episode 1. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. They're cute. Again, I don't really care for Luz very much. She works as the main protagonist, obviously. She works as the main character. I wouldn't be like, oh, I'd write her differently. I wouldn't, but I'm just not interested in her very much as a character. Especially not when you have like people like Hunter and stuff like that. It's like, I quite simply do not care. But she's a fine character. One character I really don't care about, in the sense of, apparently, again, she's a fan favorite, but I just don't get it, is V. She's cute. There's nothing wrong with her. She's cute and she's adorable. But I think it's a case of we just didn't have enough of her for me to really care. How did you feel about Hunter being possessed? It was so good. It was so good. That should have been the final villain. That should have been the whole Titan thing. No, the final battle should have been a possessed Hunter. That's what it should have been. And the ending, the saving grace should have been Caleb's spirit sort of helping Hunter. This is me being like, I love the Witterbanes and I love that whole thing. I would have loved the final battle to be something like Belos taking over Hunter's body, being possessed, and then using him as in the final fight against everyone. Obviously ignoring the Collector and all of that. I'm just like generally speaking out of my ass, so just ignore me. And then like it feels like, oh, everything's doom and gloom, it's all going terrible, Flapjack's dead and all of that. And then you have like, and then something happens, I don't know, it's a magic jumbo wish upon a star, I don't know, stuff happens and Caleb is the one that ends up saving Hunter and like, I don't know, giving him his life back or something. I don't explain it, I just want Caleb to do something. I want it to be more than just like a misshapen form for 15 seconds. I don't know. He was just like, he was just judging. Just looking at Belos like, wow. Bad. Basically what Grimmy is saying, she should be the CEO of Disney Animation. I should be the CEO of the world. Is what I'm saying. If you guys have watched like Tomato Sauce, I'm pretty sure that's his name. He's got a video that's called like Belos has sibling issues, and it's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah, Tomato Sauce. It's so funny because like it's like Belos has sibling issues. Like, I'm Philip. And Caleb just being really sarcastic. It's really, really funny. All his like Our House dubs are so funny. And I love them dearly. Also, I'm one of those people who actually really enjoys Adalia being on the screen. Because she just appears, is bitchy, and leaves. And I'm like, I love you. You're such an ass. I love you. She's so... Adalia is hilarious to me. She's just like... she's just like, oh, I wish someone would see my potential. And then you just got Monster Belos sort of crawling behind her. And he goes, yes, you'll do. And she goes, Me? He goes, no. That scene makes me holler with laughter. It is so funny. Anyway, I really enjoy Adalia, and people are like, ew, Adalia, and I'm like, listen, she's funny, I like her. Is she a bad mum? Yeah, sure, I don't care. She's funny. Also, those hips. Hello, Charlie, how are you? How are you surviving? How are you coping in this Laura Olympus-less existence? What's the song? We don't have to talk about Belos. Yeah, I'm not much for the fan songs. I just prefer the dubs. Personally, I've made so many OC reps. Oh yeah, for Art Fight. That's funny. Are you done with all of them? Or you still got some to do? It still haunts me every day. I'm so sorry to hear that. Have you seen the new teaser of a Deadpool and Wolverine? I'm honestly trying to stay away from teasers so I can just go in blind, honestly. I hardly watched them either, but this one I had to see. I won't spoil it. I know Lady Deadpool might be in it because people keep talking about her. I'm again one of the people who just doesn't care. I don't care about that. I just want Wolverine. Like I just want Hugh Jackman. Hi, I love your art, and I hope you're doing good. Thank you, Tool Tronia. Thank you. Also, I had a blood test recently and I have a bruise on my inner elbow, and it hurts to move it. God hates me. I mean, I feel that's quite normal. You got stabbed, so I feel that's normal for that to happen. Did you get the test back? I hope everything went well. I hope everything is in good order. Not yet, but the other tests I won't talk about came back okay. All right, so hopefully this one's good too. That's good. So we're hoping for a perfect streak. I'm still trying to find my rendering style. Wait, I forgot. I'm about to legally change my name to Charlie. I got the application sent in. Ooh! It'll finally be official! Huzzah! Dubs! Dubs! I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hmm. Alright, bye-bye, Charlie. Have a good dinner. What am I looking for? Okay, I'm putting on a video on my headphones, so we'll see if it keeps going or not. Alright. Question, chat. If you look at the drawing, does it feel like is something missing? I don't like how bright his face is. I do not like how... Ah! You know, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I should... Yeah. Please. That's fine. Does it... Is it missing something? Or is the emptiness okay? Chat, I need your opinion. And then if you give me an opinion, I can be like, splish splash, your opinion is trash, or I can actually respect it. I'm excited because, as you may know, Americans like celebrating about shit, and tonight is a nearby township annual freedom celebration. There's going to be fireworks, and I'm hyped. Awesome. Cool. Also, one thing that's really funny, to me anyway, is that the general some big election that's happening is happening on the 4th of July, and I think that's really funny. It's not funny, but I think it's really funny. Is the shadow okay, or does it... Can you even... That's a bit better. Chat, 100% or like 94, so you could see the shadow a bit better. What do you think? I like how shadow fills the space. It looks fine. I think it looks great. Okay. I think 94 is better because you could see more of the shadow. At least on my screen it's hard to see. I think this is alright. That should be alright. We'll live. It'll be fine. Gonna put my signature. Ugh. My signature is just this because I don't like having to come up with a signature. So I just write my names in big block capitals because at least people know where it is and it's difficult to edit out. I live to be a pain. Everybody's backside. However... We've got Caleb. I said last time, I said, oh, my next fan art might be Hunter art. Joke's on you. I was half like, it's actually Caleb art. And I've also got to export the time lapse. Cool. Okay. Wait, where did it save to? We'll figure it out. Come on, export. Faster. There we go. Oops. There you go. I sneeze. There we go. So, okay, I have another sketch idea. I'm gonna start the sketches, the ideas. I'm gonna collect it all into a file now. Consider this. You know Harpy Ida and Harpy Lilith, with like the owl curse and everything. Now, consider Harpy, Caleb, Philip, and Hunter. Consider that could look awesome if I do it well. And consider me making keychains of those. I think that would be pretty poggers. And I had ideas. So I was thinking of like what animals to make them. I was thinking that Caleb should be a red whatever flapjackers. And I was thinking I could make Hunter's bluish because he's got waffles now and not flapjack anymore. And waffles is like his talisman. But I don't know. So I definitely think that Caleb and Hunter should have something to do with flapjack and waffles. Male cardinal, there you go. With cardinals, I don't know what to make, what bird to inspire me to do Belos or Philip. Maybe, is there like a bird that's connected with the name Philip? Philip name meaning. Horse loving, fond of horses. Okay, well, okay. So Philip likes horses. Philip Bird. An English actor. Okay, well, breed? Is there a type of bird called a Philip? Well, the first thing that comes up is the Cape Barren Goose. Now, to be fair, Philip is a silly goose. I kind of want to make him a kingfisher. I don't know why. Wait, what is this? One minute. Okay, but what's this bird? I want this bird. What is this bird called? Okay, that's cute. Is that like an animal that's like connected to Philip Witterbane? Witterbane meaning. Wait, is it? I think it means white something, right? White bane, a term that refers to discounted demented from. So it could making. Ooh, I could make him like something white. Ooh, wouldn't it be ironic if I made him a dove? Or something like that? Like something that gives you the idea of like peace. Like the imagery of peace and all of that. That'd be cool. A minute. Bird. Cardinal bird. Aww, they're so cute. I just look up at the cardinal birds. Is there a white one? White. There are white ones. I don't know if they're real or not, but they're cute. Oh, the albino! Ah! Oh, you're pretty. I'll just make him a white albino. Ah, little babies. Little babies. Cause like I'm thinking of the gold. A vulture. I guess. That could work. I feel like a white bird would be better. White birds of prey. You have a white hawk. A grey goshawk. You do have the white hawk. That is a thing. Philip Witterbane. Bird. Oh. That looks no. Anyway, there doesn't seem to be a fan animal. There doesn't seem to be an animal that's been associated with Philip. I'm pretty sure Philip had a palisman though. Palisman. It was like a spider thingy and he ate it because he's weird like that. I don't know, that's funny. That's a funny. I'm just seeing a fan art now, and it's what's his face? It's Philip making a palisman. He's going, "This is stupid." I love it. It's great. He gets a crow because the bird. Gotcha. Ooh, okay, wait, he gets a crow because the bird theme and also in contrast, Caleb and Flapjack, both associated with death and omen. I don't know, it just seemed perfect for him. Ooh, crow is an option. Crow is an option, to be fair. That would be a classic to go for. But thank you, Teal. The bearded vulture is naturally white, I think. Bearded. I just don't like the necks of vultures very much. Bearded vulture. Okay, that one's cool though. It's not really white. It's like reddish. That one's cool. I do like this one. This one's cool. Bearded Wait, bearded vulture. Maybe if I can see symbolism, I can figure out what if it represents anything. Please, let me go to the wiki page. Taxonomy, description, physiology, distribution, habitat, diet and feeding, reproduction cycle, threats, conservation. In culture, okay. The bearded vulture is considered a threatened species in Iran. Iran mythology considers the rare bearded vulture the symbol of luck and happiness. Oh! It was believed that if the shadow of a Homer fell on one, he would rise to sovereignty, and anyone shooting the bird would die in 40 days. The habit of eating bones and apparently not killing live animals was noted, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. But had a birds. Okay, the habit of eating bones and apparently not killing living animals was noted by Sadi. An emperor had a bird's crop examined. Okay. The ancient Greek uses to go. The bearded vultures or ossifrage were one of the few species of birds that could yield valid signs to be soothsayers. Ooh, that could work because it'd be like, because Philip says he can talk to a titan even if he can't. The Greek playwright Aeschylus was said to have been killed blah, blah, by a tortoise dropped by an eagle who mistook his bald head for a stone. In the Bible Torah, the bearded vulture, as the ossifrage, is among the birds forbidden to be eaten. Okay, that's a option, because it would be like, you'd think, because like you think a vulture is like death and like, you know, eating at the dead and stuff like that. But this specific vulture is a symbol of luck and happiness in Iranian mythology. And it has a connection to soothsayers. That's interesting. That could work. And it does look very pretty, to be fair. I do like it a lot. It looks very cool, and I could do some really cool eye markings with that. Ooh. Also, it kind of looks like the cloak. Like the Emperor's cloak. Because, I mean, look at that. Oh, come on. If you look at this image specifically... Go away. If you look at this... Okay. Come on. Buddy, why are you like this? If you look at this specifically, it kind of looks... It gives the vibe of the cloak. Like, this one's red, and that would fit with, the whole bread and flapjack. But then this looks like the cloak. So I think it fits, actually, very well. Not just symbolism, but also, one second. They put dust in the feathers and make them red. That's cute. I love that. That's actually really cute. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Thank you for the idea, Fluffy. We'll go with that one because I actually quite like it as a bird. But first, I need Harpy Ida. Because I need the feetsies. I need the feet to do it properly. Copy image. We're gonna do it... Yeah, we're gonna make it a square. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. and Harpy Lilith. Lilith. Waffle. Okay, so I think that... Okay, so I've got Waffle here, and she is a blue jay. So I think I'm gonna make Hunter a blue jay as a respect to Waffles. Oops. Blue jay. But we'll make the colors work. I won't just like slap blue on Hunter and hope for the best. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Don't worry. No. So I'm just looking at a cardinal. Look at it. It's so silly. He's so fluffy. He's so cute. I love birds. Birds are cute. Nah. It round. It rotund. Flapjack. And he's got brown eyes. There we go. Yeah, but favorite Corvids? I once say a fully Grincado of the feathers on its head is so good. That sounds cursed. Also, hi Eevee Dragon. Hello. By the way, sorry, I was busy looking for references, so I didn't say hi. Hello. Harpy Witterbanes. I spelled Witterbane wrong. Alright, I'm gonna start with just the basic shapes of what I want for them. Okay, I feel like Caleb would love being a harpy. He'd have so much fun with it. Meanwhile, Philip would be having a mental breakdown. Oh, and my music, yeah. I feel like if a certain animal is common in your area, you sort of know how to like deal with it, I guess. I'm going to take a little bit in consideration into with deer. I might add some deer features just because I can. Yeah, I think Philip would really hate being a harpy. All right, we're gonna sketch out, what's his face? Hunter's pose, and then, yeah. Little guy would smash the harpy woman. Well, it's a dude, my guy, Prussia. These are men. So, you know. So if you would smash the men, I understand. But, yeah. Ah, but harpy and women don't care. I do what I want. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that. Bye. All right. I have the Grimmy. Have you watched Dungeon Meshi? I've seen bits of it. I haven't sat down and watched it properly. No. That's men. I love men. Hello, Hampton. I watched her win that show, but I also people did. I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay, I've got Caleb, Philip, and Hunter. And so Hunter is gonna be a blue J. Philip is gonna be a bearded vulture and have a bit of deer in him. And then Caleb is gonna be a cardinal. Alright. We'll start with Caleb. On Tuesday, when I stream on Tuesday on Twitch, we'll continue with that at that point. But for now, I'm gonna end stream and do some other stuff. Also, tomorrow we have a MCYT, Minecraft YouTubers animatic. I finally finished it. It's the one of Tommy's video and it's got Awesome Dude in it. So if you are a person who was here during the Awesome Dude era, you will know what that's about. It's a late birthday gift for Awesome Dude because but yeah, you'll be redirected to that now. Alright. Bye chat. See you next time for tomorrow for the premiere. Bye bye. Bye.